He had a dream.
Will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood? I have a dream.
And then changed the world forever. Today, young and old remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
He was a great man.
He gave me my freedom.
My freedom and my liberty.
Local 10 is proud to present the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade.
I have a dream today.
Brought to you by the 2020 African American Achievers Awards. And now, live from Liberty City, Calvin Hughes and Nicole Perez.
Good morning, everyone. Nicole Perez, I'm Calvin Hughes. Thank you so much for joining us. It is really a privilege and a pleasure to be here for this big parade, the MLK Day Parade right here in Miami, right along 54th Street. So many people lined up hours ago, Nicole, as we were driving in, and they are going to be lining up even more as the hours pass on.
And the crowd continues to grow.
Yeah.
When we got here, we just had a few people surrounding our tent, but now it has become more and more packed, and we are so excited to be here with you all here, with everyone here in the parade. And Local 10 is the only station bringing you this live coverage, so it is such a privilege for us.
People look forward to this every single year. The 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade, one of the largest in the country, and certainly one of the more passionate ones in the country. So we have everything for you today from beginning to end. But first, let's show you how thousands of people are going to be lined up. This is at 54th and 12th Avenue. Parents, children, neighbors, everyone, grandma, uncle, cousin, everybody. Everybody's going to be lined up from the neighborhood to see the floats, to see those football teams that won the championship.
But Calvin, not only football teams, floats, football teams, food.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
We've
that's right.
seen
Can't forget
so
about that.
much food, and
Yeah.
it's already making us hungry, and we just started. So there really is so much for everybody to see here today, and all, of course, to honor Dr. King.
Oh, and don't forget about the big party at the end. You know, that's at the MLK Park, and Arlen Livingston is there. But first, we have so much for you. Before we get to the end, let's start at the beginning.
We'll start a little bit slow. We'll ease everybody into this parade as the floats start coming along down 54th Street. So let's start with our morning anchors, JC Birch and Eric Yutzi, along Northwest 54th Street and 12th Avenue. How's it going out there, guys?
It's great. The party started.
It has begun.
How exciting is this?
We just watched Florida Highway Patrol troopers take off in their motorcycles, City of Miami Motorcycle Brigade, and as soon as they were revving those engines, we said, this parade is getting underway.
Step aside for a moment. You can see this is the Florida Highway Patrol Color Guard. They are marching. This parade has started. The oldest and longest Martin Luther King Jr. parade in the country has begun, and it is going to be just so much fun for miles and miles to come.
We have 100 entries in this parade. This has been going on for more than 40 years. You're talking 4 decades of tradition. The Martin Luther King Jr. parade has all kinds of fans, thousands of people coming out to celebrate and honor this iconic man with this celebration, with this parade. I've been going here my whole life.
Yes.
So it's really nice to be here and bring this to you today.
You know, we love to come and we love to experience this with you, because as you can see, people are lined up all the way down and all the way down every single direction here on Northwest 54th Street. And really, this is a celebration, not only remembering the incredible, dynamic, transformative effect that Martin Luther King Jr. had on our country, but also the call for all of us to come together, and the reality that celebrating his memory together is what makes us all better. And as the Miami-Dade Corrections and Rehab Department waves and walks and
Hi, guys.
get some love, we continue to honor and respect the tradition that has started today, because it is just a special, special day.
We are going to have high school marching bands.
Yes.
We are going to have floats. We are going to have all kinds of colorful flavor out here to get a taste of what is Miami, what is South Florida, and what is a city that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. liked to come visit himself. And we're even told he wrote part of that I Have a Dream speech here in Miami, practiced some of those words, some of those lines, some of those phrases here in Miami. So this is such a beautiful tradition that we're able to bring you today. We're kind of watching what's coming down next.
I love it, Frank. If we could turn it around and see the
motorcycles
City of
have
Miami,
started.
they are in the parade formation. And you hear that sound, the sound of the sirens for kids all across the parade route. I know you remember as a kid, waiting and watching for this parade to begin. You always heard it before you saw it, and that's
Yes.
because the sirens were blaring and the motorcycles are out putting on a show already.
We are just beginning. This started at 11 a.m. on the dot. We had a prayer from the Reverend, and then we had songs brought to us by the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Choir, which was a beautiful way to kick things off. But so much more is still to come.
You can't wait. We are going to be with you every single step of the way, honoring today, and what better way to do it than being here in the city of Miami.
Okay, you guys, we're at the start. Come back to us if you want to see more.
We are so excited to see things kicking off, and it's nice to hear sirens for a positive reason.
Absolutely. They are always here every single year. But let's head further west.
Yes, our colleague Louis Aguirre, he is on 17th Avenue. And Louis, you have one of the best assignments. You get to mingle with everyone who is here. So tell us who you've met. Tell us what's going on out there.
We've been mingling all morning long. These crowds are beginning to gather since 9 o'clock this morning. These people have prime real estate. You guys excited about the parade?
Yes, thank you, Dr. King. Thank you so much.
Good. What is your message to Dr. King right now?
Right now, my message would be thank you for the hardship that you went through for us to be at this point.
And it's so important to honor the legacy of this man. And he's challenging all of us to step up and take action. His life was a life of action and a life of peace. How are you carrying on Dr. King's legacy?
My legacy is, I've learned, one thing I've learned from him is to love everybody.
To love everybody. And that's what he taught.
That's what he taught.
One of his most famous quotes is that darkness cannot drive out darkness. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can drive out hate. Prolific words from Dr. King.
And very profound.
And that's what we're doing here today. We're sending out love to the world.
Right.
Which is all that he preached. Right? Are you feeling the love today, Sandra?
Exactly.
You are feeling the love. You were at the very first parade back in 1977. We're just feeling love right here. It's all it's about right now. Oh, look at all this love right here. You brought your grandson today, 10-year-old Christian?
Yes.
My brother, what does this mean to you to be here today?
It means to symbolize Black power.
It means to symbolize Black power, not just Black power, but human power, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Christian, excited to be here. We're feeling the love. We're going to be here throughout the entire parade, sharing the love with all of you, our dear local 10 viewers, on this very important day here in South Florida. The longest, the oldest, the most important Martin Luther King celebration dating all the way back to 1977, the very first city in the country to honor Dr. Martin Luther King in this way. I'll send it back to you, Nicole and Calvin.
And you know what, I will say, it's so nice to see so many kids out there, and it's important for them to know this part of history.
Yeah.
So from there, we're going to go a little bit west.
Yeah, absolutely. Samantha Bryant, Sam, what's happening near 27th Avenue?
Well, I can tell you 27th Avenue, we're still kind of building up for the parade. We're here just waiting for them to come on down. We already heard, again, Eric and JC, they're already in the midst of it. But again, we're just waiting on the parade to start here. But a lot of people are starting to come on out. And one thing that I want to build off of that Louis mentioned is, again, this is one of the oldest celebrations for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And we have a lot of people in this neighborhood that have been here for decades that remember when this first started. And I've been meeting a couple of the people here. I do want to bring one of the people who came out to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Karen Dixon. I've been a resident of Miami for 63 years.
60. Wow.
63 years. So it's a pleasure to be out here and honor him. Thank God for him that we are able to do this for him.
Absolutely.
It's good.
And so you've been seeing the evolution of this parade, haven't you?
For years and years to come, even when I was little. When it first started, like over town somewhere.
And one of the great things is that we're not only seeing a lot of people who have been here for decades, but then, as Louis mentioned, we see a lot of kids here. We see a lot of different age groups, again, learning about the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. What else would you say is very important for people to remember about this day?
That he stood for justice for us, to try to make us be better people in our society today. We should overcome.
Absolutely.
And we will overcome.
Absolutely. And so again, we are kind of in the midst of the quiet. This is the quietness before the march gets on over to 24th Avenue. That's where we are right now, closer to about the end of where the parade would be. But we can already kind of see some of the sirens, see some of the police lights in the distance and hear some of the sirens. A lot of people starting to crowd on out, starting to try to get that front front row seat to the parade so that we can see those marches, we can see the floats, we can see the bands, and again, enjoy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy. I'll send it back to you guys.
Hey, Samantha, it's so nice to see our FHP troopers along the way, and we just saw them too pass right by.
Yes, they are coming along here. This was started, let's get the facts right here. They were started back in 1939. So right behind us here at 54th and about 18th and 19th Street here, this is the beginning of the parade happening. So you're going to see a lot more of these floats and all of the people who are coming by in just a moment.
So there's going to be a huge party later. Not that the parade is a party in and of itself, but we have one very special person covering this big party for us at the end of the park.
Yeah, our Laren Livingston. And Laren, we have 2 words for you today. Behave yourself when you're out there at this
Wait
big
a minute.
party.
What did I do? What did I do? I just
you're
got
just
here a few
being
minutes
you,
ago.
Brother, you're just being you.
I will heed that warning, Calvin, and I'll try to do my best. In the meantime, this is why we are here, of course. We're at the entrance of MLK Memorial Park. And at the base of this statue here is a plaque. It says, "An affirmation of truth, expressed with love, admiration, and reverence in tribute to the life and memory of none other than Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who sadly was assassinated in 1968, but clearly his legacy not only lives on here in South Florida, in Miami's Liberty City neighborhood, where that parade is getting underway, but of course across the country. But we're here at the park, as you said, where the party will proceed once the parade is done. And you can see they're still kind of getting things set up because this parade is going to take a couple of hours to make its way down Northwest 54th Street there to 32nd Avenue. But over there, you have a sound stage there. We'll have live music here and lots of art and theater and dance performances. African and Caribbean, of course, fitting for South Florida culture, will be on display here. There's also a kid zone. There are mobile health screening vans and RVs here. This is going to be a big celebration in honor of course, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And of course, I'm here for the turkey legs that I saw not too long ago on the other side of the street there. The street has been blocked off here because you've got a number of food vendors, craft vendors, clothing vendors, economic vendors. How are you? Good morning to you. Who have showed up here, of course, for this event. Lots of local people stimulating our local economy just the same here in the heart of this community. And of course, this park is expected to be filled with folks as this family fun festival gets underway. And like I said, we've got music on tap. We've got food on tap, arts, craft, vendors, and of course, the health fair. There's even a guy here who told me to pop by his tent a little later from now with the Census Bureau, because of course that's coming up and people need to be informed. So we're informing people, we're entertaining people, we're educating people, we're also honoring the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I will do my best, no promises, to behave as best I can here, but I'm going to find me something to eat here in a little bit because I'm starving. Calvin, Nicole.
You know, Laren, caring is sharing. So, you have to, you got to bring some too for us.
Just shoot us a little text
sure
with the items on the menu.
I might be able to work that. I might be able to work that.
All right, Laren, we'll talk with you real soon. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Okay, so one very lucky member of our Local 10 team. Drew, I mean, the best assignment.
Yeah, right behind us we have the FHP Troopers. We have Miami-Dade Corrections. And number 3 is our Local 10 Chief Meteorologist, Betty Davis, who's going to be in the parade. Betty, do you have that wave together? Nicole's been trying to help you out a little bit here from the set. I don't know if you can see it, but she's been trying to help you out with that wave.
I'm not sure what you just said, Calvin, but I'm just taking it all in, practicing my wave. And do you like my ride? Do you like my ride? Not just red, but cherry red Mustang. I am fortunate enough to be a part of the MLK Day Parade and taking in all the sights and sounds of it. We are cruising along 54th Avenue, and people are already lining the streets, waving, cheering. And I love this parade because what it really represents is this community connecting and reconnecting on a day like this. There are the crowds, the children, the parents, just enjoying this beautiful day. And can we talk a little bit about this weather? Couldn't be more perfect. We have a mostly cloudy sky. We have a light northwest wind, and you can feel that slight breeze, and it just makes for fantastic weather, not only to be in the parade, but to line the streets as we see here with all these people. As I'm talking, I got to remember to wave. Every now and again, I need somebody to talk in my ear and say, wave at the people, Betty. Wave at the people. There they are, enjoying every moment of this. Hi! You can hear the cheers going up. I think everybody is happy to be here and probably impressed with that Local 10 Weather Authority truck that's rolling right behind me. There you see the crowds. Oh, and they're blowing kisses. I feel the love, and I hope everyone out there is feeling the love too on this MLK Day as the community is out in full force to commemorate the life and legacy of Dr. King. Many people out here, and Local 10 is just really happy to be a part of it all. Calvin and Nicole, you were supposed to remind me to wave. How's my wave looking? All right, there we go.
You are doing fabulous. I'm watching you, and you look so good in that red convertible, Betty.
Yes.
Your wave is perfect.
It's working for her. It's working for her, no doubt about that. Betty, thanks a lot. We'll check back in with you very shortly. Right behind us right now.
Fantastic.
It just so happens that they have come to the area where we are broadcasting, and we love this. Right behind us, you can see the City of Miami Police Department, and they, as they say in the neighborhood, they are doing their thing out here on their bikes right here. They are really, really making the crowd really happy and cheerful right now.
And they're making us really happy.
Yeah.
We just saw FHP go by, and they did a really great job. But I think City of Miami is just they're doing all, look at them go. They're doing all these turns and cool moves. I mean, they're really putting on a show for this wonderful parade that we have. But of course, everyone here, every single person here at the parade, why we are coming to you live, why we are broadcasting this, are here to honor Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yeah, we're looking back at the life of a man who not only fought for civil rights, but for human rights. And he did so much all across the country in his very short 39 years on this earth. Not to mention he spent some time here in Miami. He loved to go fishing in Bimini, but he spent a lot of time here in Miami, preaching at some of the churches, but also relaxing at the historic Hampton House. And there's also talk that he wrote the first version of his I Have a Dream speech right at the Hampton House in the Overtown section of Miami. Let's take a look back at the life and the legacy of a man who meant so much to so many. A rare picture of the relaxed civil rights icon in Miami's Overtown section back in the 60s at the historic Hampton House. Segregation made this a popular motel for traveling black celebrities. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had a suite on the ground floor and is said to have delivered the first version of his famous I Have a Dream speech at an event at the historic Hampton House.
I have a dream.
And the person who was present there that heard this was A.D. Moore, and he told us that. And so he said that he was so impressed that this is the speech that he gave at the Hampton House.
Miami native Enid Pinckney remembers seeing Dr. King as a child.
He went to Virginia Key Beach. He loved the beach. I heard him speak at Mount Zion Baptist Church. He spoke there, and people would go to hear him. He could always draw a crowd. 13
years ago this month, Local 10 spoke with Dr. King's eldest daughter, Yolanda.
On King Day, it's about giving back. It's about a day on, not a day off.
Our interview happened exactly 1 year after her mother, Coretta Scott King, died from complications of a stroke. She was 78.
Much of that last 5 months of her life, she could not really articulate. And so I had to learn how to communicate with her through feeling what she wasn't saying. And it's interesting because it set the stage for our relationship now. The words are not there, but I feel her presence so strongly.
Tragically, 4 months after our conversation, Yolanda King died of a heart attack. She was only 51.
There's nothing that can replace a parent or a sibling. And in a sense, because Dad is so well known, and every year we have various anniversaries to remember him. It's almost like he's frozen in time. There's nothing that can replace a mother, so I greatly miss her.
We've got some difficult days ahead.
If alive today, Dr. King would be 91 years old. In 1986, 18 years after he was assassinated on a motel balcony in Memphis, January 20th was declared a national holiday.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And he's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
One day after giving that speech in Memphis, Tennessee, April 4th, 1968, Dr. King was assassinated at the Lorraine Motel. So we're going to be talking about his life and legacy, and we celebrate his life and legacy today, and so many other people out here right now, thousands of people, in fact, here today for the MLK Day Parade.
Right, which is why everyone is here today, for him, this reason alone. But now we're going to go back to our morning anchors, JC and Eric. They have a visit from the mayor. Hey, guys.
Hi, Nicole. Yes, standing by with Mayor Francis Suarez. Mayor Suarez, thanks for being with us.
It's an honor to be here with you guys on this momentous day in the city of Miami. A great way to start off the year, recognizing the legacy of Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, who taught us about liberty and ensuring that everyone in our city has an equal opportunity to be successful. It's what we pride ourselves on, and just a wonderful day to showcase our community's diversity and also, of course, to honor his legacy.
When you see this parade today, and I know you've seen it many, many times before, what speaks to you the most?
What speaks to me is how incredibly diverse our city is and how we embrace the principles that Dr. Martin Luther King lived, the principles of sacrifice, of equality, of liberty. And for me, it's just a wonderful opportunity to be here with my residents, to be able to shake their hands, to give them some treats, and to enjoy being in a beautiful Miami day.
Yeah, this is the oldest and longest Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade in the country. We see so many young people lining the streets. How important is it for you to reaffirm the importance of this legacy to them? What do they need to see today?
It's critical. I think what they need to see is elected officials that care about their future, elected officials that are focused on making sure that they have an opportunity to be successful, that they have a pathway to prosperity, that we have a Miami that's not just here forever, but that's here for everyone. And that's what I'm going to be focusing on this year.
Thank you so much for stopping to talk to us. I know you have a long way to walk. We'll see you over there soon. Oh my goodness, do you hear the sirens? Things are getting underway. Oh, he's jumping. He's jumping on the old fire engine right now.
Mayor Suarez with the old school ride in the Miami fire truck. So we're going to watch him go and send it back to Calvin and Nicole. Things are really getting loud down here. The fire trucks are coming. That means the ante's raised a little bit, guys.
That means business. That sounds awesome. Thank you, guys, Eric and JC. And the mayor said it. It's all about community, which is why we are all out here today.
54th and 18th Street, which is where we are right now. We're going to let you listen in to what we are getting out here. We're going to bring you to the parade if you're on your couch right now watching us at home, and just to show you and have you listen in to FHP as they march 54th Street right behind us. Take a listen.
And our Miami-Dade corrections officers as well.
Yeah. Just to give you an idea of what you're looking at right now, we're talking about FHP. They have a mission statement that says, we will provide a safe and secure Florida through professional law enforcement and traffic safety awareness. Their values, courtesy, service, and protection.
And our coverage of this 43rd annual MLK Day Parade is just getting started.
Yes, we are going to meet one of the ambassadors for the parade. how Dada 5000 is changing the lives of hundreds of children. We'll have that coming up in just a moment.
Local 10 celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, brought to you by the 2020 African American Achievers Awards on April 23rd, honoring those who drive change in our community.
This weekend only, during City Furniture's New Year's sale, you can find great deals like this for $9.99. Start fresh like this for $4.99. And find your style like this for $9.99. Because with 10% off or 60 months, no interest, we're making it easy so everyone can live like this.
I worked hard to get here, and I was ready.
We have a 33-year-old male, unconscious, assisted breathing.
Okay, get the crash cart ready, intubation kit.
Let's go, man. We train long hours every day. You got it.
It wasn't always easy. Scalpel. Thank you.
But it changed my life.
Thank you, Concord.
Thank you, Concord.
Thank you, Concord.
It's a new year to change lives. Let's start with yours.
The loss of a loved one is one of the most difficult times in a person's life. For more than 60 years, Vista Memorial Gardens has helped ease that burden by offering affordable pre-need cemetery plans. By locking in that cost today, families can be comforted during their time of mourning. We're Florida's largest independently owned cemetery. Contact Vista Memorial Gardens and allow us to provide your family peace of mind during their time of need.
Local 10 celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, brought to you by the 2020 African American Achievers Awards on April 23rd, honoring those who drive change in our community.
Ground shot of what we're going to see.
They just passed.
Right.
Police explorers. Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Let's take a live look from Sky 10 as the 43rd annual MLK Day Parade gets underway along Northwest 54th Street here in Miami. And what a morning it has been. Calvin and I have been joining you live since 11 o'clock, but when we got here, I mean, so many people have arrived. They lined the fences, and we have seen City of Miami police. We have seen FHP troopers, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue out there now, Calvin.
That's right here along 54th Street, and you can see so many folks are out here, as you talked about. By the end of this parade, we're talking thousands of people will have come out here to enjoy the 43rd annual MLK Day Parade. Our Betty Davis is third in line for this parade, and also we've seen FHP troopers. We've also seen Miami City police officers. They have really been putting on a show.
And we even saw our Grand Marshal float on by, Rick Beasley. He looked good. He was waving. He had his microphone already. I mean, Betty, though, we got to talk about Betty looks fantastic in her red convertible.
Yeah, really a good time for so many folks. And they have their cameras out and they're trying to capture every single moment of this. So right now you're looking at some of the parade, but it's going to get much busier as we continue our live coverage.
And right now we are going to talk about a professional backyard brawler who has a personality as bright as his red hair. And of course we have to talk to our very own JC and Eric about who we are talking about.
Pan over.
Are we doing Freddie Ramirez or are we doing...
Well, we will get back to JC and Eric in just a minute, but I believe we have some cheerleaders out there doing their thing.
All right, let's listen in and watch these guys perform here. This is really cool. Take a listen. All right, there's a live look right now of Sky 10. You can see folks are still coming out here, but this is a bird's eye view of what's happening out here at 54th Street for the 43rd Annual Liberty City Parade here in Miami. But there are other parades that are happening all across South Florida today.
Yes, including in our Fort Lauderdale, which we'll get to in just a little bit. But I believe we are going to go back to our morning team, JC and Eric, so they can tell us a little bit about Dada 5000, guys.
When you have a parade this big, Nicole, this historic, Calvin, you can't just have any old parade ambassador. You got to have somebody tough, somebody big, somebody who can handle this.
Someone's size, like Dada 5000, we're talking 6'3", 260.
Yeah.
That's what he measures in at. But his even greater impact is his commitment to the young people here in South Florida.
The world knows me by Dada 5000.
It's a name that needs little introduction in South Florida and arguably beyond.
Netflix, ESPN, EA Sports, Sun Sentinel, Miami Times, Washington Post, you name it, they've all come to the backyard, you know, to witness what they said was underground.
Dada 5000, he the Don King of the backyard.
Bare knuckle fighter Dafir Harris, better known as Dada 5000, has real reach. And we're not just talking in the ring. He took backyard brawling in his West Perrine neighborhood and turned it into a brand name. You may have seen him in action in the Billy Corbett documentary, Dogfight.
Over 1.8 billion people around the world have seen this. You know, we got corporate America to come out, you know, of their office trade their suits and ties in for baseball hats and tennis shoes, and it changed everybody's lives. And that was something that they said could not be done.
By all accounts, Dada is about beating the odds, and he's passionate about helping people in his community knock down their obstacles too.
Well, you know, coming from the same streets, I can identify with not having to make do with what you got until you could do better. So now that I've actually got a good stern footing, you know, and I can do better, you know, I'm expected, you know what I'm saying, to do better.
It's that progressive stance that led to Dada being named Co-Grand Marshal of Miami-Dade County's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade.
And to be the Grand Marshal, it's phenomenal, and we're going to raise the bar for other Grand Marshals after this event to follow.
No doubt, Mr. 5000 sets high standards for himself and the young people he coaches.
So you're working on your endurance?
He assists with an after-school program connected to the Richmond Heights Perrine Optimist Club, training kids in mixed martial arts.
It's the discipline, because when they come inside, you know, of the gym, you know, they bow, right? They wasn't doing that on the streets, you know, and the techniques that they're learning, you know, is not meant to attack someone. It's a defense. And yeah, we started, you know, from the mean streets to Perrine, where they said, hey, listen, this is violence. No, it's not. It's an alternative towards violence.
Just like Dr. King, Dada hopes his alternative will bring about opportunity and change his community.
When you look at Martin Luther King Jr., right, who's a drum major, who's the voice for the people, especially back in those times, you know, his approach was different because he had to have a strong back and strong shoulders, you know, to carry the weight and the responsibility, you know, of the role that he played.
And he does not shrink from the strength of his own influence.
Once you get to a certain status, you have an obligation. And mine is, you know, to influence and bring the best out of the undeveloped minds that, you know, have yet to understand that you are somebody, that you do matter, you know, and that you are needed.
It is that real focus on the young people that he comes around. That is why Dada 5000's reach is so much longer than what the tail of the tape tells you. We continue our live coverage here at the Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, and we are joined by the new Director of Police for Miami-Dade. How are you, sir? Freddie Ramirez.
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. So you've been on the job for what, a week now?
1 week, yes.
So what was it like getting ready for this parade? I mean, this doesn't take a week to get ready. This takes a year to get ready.
No, yes, there's a lot of planning behind it, but, you know, I got a great staff. It's a great department, and, you know, it's seamless for us. This is our community, and we take it very seriously.
I see you walking and having conversations with people. What do you want them to know about what you will bring to their safety?
To know that I have their back, that I'm a member of this community, the men and women of this police department are members of this community, and we're one together, law enforcement and the community, that we're human beings, we're not robots, and we love them very much.
Okay, well now a fun question. What's your favorite part about this parade?
Favorite? The food, all the smells, all the barbecue and stuff.
Arepas?
Yeah, no, the barbecue. I love it.
The barbecue. Okay.
Where's ours?
I'm looking for some right now.
Oh my goodness.
Look, this is a critically important day for the young people of this community. What do you want them to know about the reinforcement of those values and ideals that you hope to bring to the department?
You know, to let them know that we're all mentors and that our youth is our future, and that's who we protect the most as law enforcement. And we want to show them the way so they don't see negativity, they see positive. When they see the uniform, that they see positive, that's someone they could run to for help or talk to. That's what matters, that we're humans, like I said earlier, we're people.
And it is beautiful when you see there's as many kids out here as there are adults.
I love it. I got 4 kids myself, so I love it.
Oh, you have something in common
Another
with
member
them.
of the 4-Kid Club. I know you've had a lot of conversations with them about Martin Luther King Jr. What have you told your kids about him?
That he was a man who fought for what was right, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we are today, with the equality and the progress that we made through the years. And he sets the example, and whenever we have challenges, we go to that playbook and we move forward with that.
Yeah, it ties into our unity and the community theme here today. Thank you for stopping and talking with us. I know you have a ways to go.
A long walk ahead.
That's fine.
Director Freddie Mears, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
The energy's high.
Yes.
People are excited. You hear the noise.
I
And
know.
he promised that he's going to find some barbecue, so hopefully
We'll work on that. But
he'll work that back
we
to
got
us.
a boat going behind us, you guys. So we got to go and pay attention to this parade as we pass it back over to you guys at the main stage.
Okay, enjoy, you guys. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Thank you.
We want to show you one of the many public service men who are in this parade today, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue. They really are the first responders who come here and every single year to show the equipment that they have on display. And also Miami-Dade Police, you can see right there, these guys really go above and beyond the call of duty each and every day, Nicole.
Yes, they really do. And a little while ago, we also saw our Grand Marshal, Rick Beasley. He's the Executive Director of Career Source South Florida. He just went on by, and soon we are going to get a look at Catherine Fernandez-Rundle, our state attorney. We also saw some of our cheerleaders. We also saw Calvin Commissioner Manolo Reyes from our District 4.
Yeah, there are so many folks who are out here right now. Once again, you're looking at Sky 10. This is a bird's eye view of the parade that thousands of people here have lined the streets for, beginning at around 54th and I believe 10th Avenue, all the way down here going for blocks. And you can hear it as well, no matter where you are in this neighborhood. So many folks who are hearing this from blocks away.
And we're looking at Sky 10, but we should go ahead and look from our vantage point here, because I think Waste Management is coming on by where we are stationed right now on 54th Street. Well, you can still see Miami-Dade Fire Rescue. There we go. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue going on by. So this is where we are on 54th Street.
Yeah.
What avenue are we on?
We're at 18th Avenue,
18th
but here's
Avenue.
what we should try to do. For the folks who are at home, maybe you have never come down here to Miami. Maybe you live in Pompano Beach or some other part of South Florida. Let's have you listen in to the parade and enjoy what we're getting to enjoy right now.
What is it?
All right, once again, you're getting to listen in on this wonderful parade that's happening in Liberty City right now. We're at 54th and 18th Street, just across from the Church of the Incarnation, but we have reporters lined up all around this parade and all across South Florida.
That's right, and we have our very own Louis Aguirre, and he has one of the greatest assignments. He gets to talk to everyone who is here at the parade and get a feel for what everyone is thinking, about honoring Dr. King today. Louis, tell us what you've been up to.
Well, I mean, what have I been up to? We have been having a party all morning long. I'm on a very important avenue intersection here in Liberty City, the heart of Liberty City, Northwest 17th Avenue, Arthur Lee McDuffie Avenue. A very sad chapter in the history of Miami, but today it is about love and celebration, honoring the legacy of Dr. King. It's a little hard to talk because the city of Miami Fire Rescue just lit this celebration right here. We have, oh my goodness, it seems like 10 units from City of Miami Fire Rescue here. We see Commissioner Suarez and his son, the current mayor of Miami, Francis Suarez, also here. And the crowd here has been building since the early morning hours, lined up to get some prime real estate to take in this parade. I have Nicole over here with me. Nicole was 6 years old when she attended the first MLK parade in 1977, and now you bring in your children and your grandchildren.
I have a grandson.
What does this mean to you, Boom?
A lot. We look forward to this every year. Every year.
And for the kids to be able to be here and take this in, why did you want your grandchildren and kids
so
to see
they
this?
can be able to celebrate and know the importance of what Martin Luther King done for us.
And that's what we're doing. We are celebrating and spreading Dr. King's message of love as the roar of the engine drowns out my voice. All right, it's getting a little challenging to talk from here. Calvin and Nicole, I'll send it back to you. We'll check in with each other a little bit later on.
Okay, thank you, Louis, so much. It's so nice to hear from everyone who has come out here today. And look at that. She came out here when she was 6 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, truly incredible to bring family and just to see this community come together and everyone just surrounded by so much love and you know, all here to honor Dr. King.
The oldest MLK Day parade in the country, starting back in 1977, as you heard there from our Louis Aguirre. You're looking now from Sky 10. We want to show you the campaign for Alex Pinellas, one of the many candidates running for the mayor of Miami-Dade County, a race that's going to be decided later on this year with so many other elections happening all across the country. We are going to take a very quick break. We'll be right back in just a moment. Don't go away.
Honey, I've invented something. It's a shower and a bath. A shaft.
Tired of taking shafts?
Call us. Call the plumbers at Lindstrom today and get $59 off any drain clearing service.
I love those guys. Someone's texting on their phone, not paying attention, and hits you. And you can't afford to hire a lawyer.
Call Jack Bernstein. He won't charge you 1 penny unless he wins your case.
Jack's got your back.
I'm attorney Jack Bernstein, protecting your rights.
Available 24/7.
Be smart and save money. Buy pre-owned diamonds, watches, and jewelry at prices below wholesale. I guarantee it. Only at Morningstar's Jewelers and Pawnbrokers, where no reasonable offer will be refused. Let's make a deal today. At Morningstar's, nobody beats our prices.
As mayor, Mike Bloomberg slashed carbon emissions and achieved New York City's cleanest air quality in more than 50 years. As a leader in the fight against climate change, he helped shut down over half the nation's coal plants, then led one of the biggest pollution reduction efforts in history. As president, he intends to reduce emissions by 50% within 10 years. Because if we want to stop climate change, we need to make a change. This is a fight we can't afford to lose.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Mom, the toilet's clogged again. Ugh. You told me I could tell you anything.
When it comes to drain clearing, you can tell us anything.
Call Lindstrom today for a free plumbing or AC service call when we make the repair.
I love those guys.
Looking for incredible speed and a great value? Xfinity gives you both. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet. Plus, with Xfinity XFi, you get the amazing coverage and control you need. Call 1-800-800-2588 today to learn more or get started with an amazing deal on Xfinity Internet for only $20 a month for 12 months. You'll get the best internet experience for your home with fast speed and reliable coverage for all your devices. But that's not all. You'll even get control of your home Wi-Fi network, see who's online, and even pause Wi-Fi to connected devices. Just call 1-800-800-2588 to get started with Xfinity Internet for just $20 a month for 12 months and ask how to upgrade to XFi Advantage for unlimited data and Wi-Fi coverage throughout your home. Get the speed you want and the value you want, all risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just call 1-800-800-2588. Xfinity. Simple, easy, awesome.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade here in Liberty City. You're looking live now at Sky 10. This is a view of the many folks who are in this parade. The FIU Panthers are right there. You know something about this school, huh?
Oh, just a little bit, Calvin. But you know what? It's nice to represent my alma mater out there. Look how good. So we have the marching band from FIU, and I believe their president is here today, too, at the parade.
Yeah, Mark Rosenberg, absolutely, yes.
So nice to see them out there. This isn't a sight we've seen. We've seen a couple cheerleaders, but now it's nice to see the first marching band of the parade, I believe.
Yeah, there are going to be so many out here, too, and not to mention the high school bands. You know, marching bands are so big in a traditional event right here at this parade, but also at many of the high schools and all of the schools all across South Florida. It is such a big deal to see those guys out there stepping in, the drummers and the drum line, and have those guys doing their thing. Oh, my goodness, it's so exciting.
You know, it is so nice to watch, and I will say this. I could never be a part of it because it just never really was my thing. Never had the good two-step or moves.
All right, our Betty Davis is in the parade. She's in that convertible red Mustang. Let's check in with her and see how it's going along the parade route. Betty.
Hi, everyone. We are just rolling along here on 54th Street, going really, really well. The crowds, the people have been tremendous. A lot of people have been asking me about the weather. So I do want to clear one thing up. You know, that's what we do as meteorologists. We will likely avoid rainfall today. There was a slight chance of showers in the forecast. I think for the most part we're going to be okay, especially along this parade route. A lot of people have been asking me, is it going to rain? Is it going to rain? They see the mostly cloudy sky, although now we're getting a few more breaks of sunshine. We do have some drier air working in, and that drier air is going to become cooler air later tonight. So get ready for change, in fact, a downright chilly change. And of course, in our newscast later today, we'll have a lot more on the forecast. But today, in this moment, it is all about the parade. And what's a parade without the people? And because there are so many people out here, I think it's only fitting that I get out of this car and mingle with the people and see what they think about this day and talk about MLK Day and what it means for them, how they are commemorating the moment, how they are maybe teaching their children about the legacy of Dr. King. So you can see all the people lining the streets. Let's see if anybody wants to be on TV today. I think a lot of people may want to be on TV. They're waving. I think I see a couple of really nice people here that I can talk to. And if I could just bother you for a moment, I'm going to make you cry. No, I don't want to make you cry. But I do want to talk about King Day and you being out here to witness this parade and what the day means for you and what you want people to take away from this day.
I want them to realize that Dr. King stood for justice, us being together equal, and I want everybody to be happy and just be one loving people.
That's a great message to send on this day. And another thing that we're seeing out here earlier, I talked about how it's not just a day to think about all that Dr. King meant and how far we've come, but it is a day of service. We've seen people out here registering people to vote, people out here just to help carry this parade along. Hi, how are you? And of course, everyone lining the streets, including the children. And it is the children who, of course, carry the legacy forward. So it's great to see so many of these children out here with the parents. How are you today? Excellent. What brought you out to the parade? What does this day mean for you?
Well, this is a reminder for most black people that we must stand together. When we have a crowd like this, it shows an example we can come together as a people. You know, that's what I'm showing my son right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till this event take place to come together. Let's do it outside of that. So that's what that means.
Thank you so much. So everyone is just here to really commemorate the day and also teach their children about what it means to be a community and about togetherness, all the things that Dr. King stood for. Oh, look, I found a baby. You know I love the babies, right? Hi. Hi. Oh, sweet little baby. How are you? Excellent, excellent. So all ages, all sizes, they are out here lining the parade route, taking part in this wonderful parade. And before I send it back to you, I want you to check out my ride. Check out my ride. I'm trying to make Calvin, Nicole, JC, Eric, make them jealous. Cherry red Mustang. And look at that driver. Look at that driver. He's being spoiled today.
We are jealous, yes.
All right, back to the business of our parade. Enough of that. Calvin, Nicole, Samantha, Louie, Laren, we are covering this parade from all angles. How's it going?
All right, Betty, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And Betty talked about something that was really important, and that is the fact that this is the day of service.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. King had 4 children. I've had the wonderful opportunity of talking with 2 of the 4 children, interviewing them, as well as talking with Coretta Scott King before her untimely death. And they all talked about this was a day on and not a day off, Nicole.
That is so true. And right now we're going to let you enjoy the parade with us. So we want to show you what we're seeing out here and show you some of our camera views. All of our reporters spread out, but go ahead and take a listen to what we're seeing out here. And we have Mayor Francis Suarez hopping the fence to come over and say hello to us. If we can show you guys. He's coming on up. Oh!
Look at him. How you doing? You were at the 5,000 Role Models event, huh?
How are you doing?
Nice to see you. Great to see you.
For being here.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much. And he's very athletic, too. It took a lot of agility to do what he just did.
He hopped the fence and hopped our trailer up here, too. Very nice
This is great. Well, we are going to take a very quick break. We don't want you to miss a moment of this parade. We'll have a lot more coming up on the other side of this break on the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade. Live coverage right here on Local 10.
Local 10 celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, brought to you by the 2020 African American Achievers Awards on April 23rd, honoring those who drive change in our community.
Today is Monday, the last day of the amazing Rooms to Go January clearance sale. Your last chance for big savings store-wide. Remember, Rooms to Go must clear items to make room for new 2020 styles. Get additional markdowns on remaining clearance items we need to sell fast. Save on living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms. When they're gone, they're gone. Plus, get easy, interest-free financing. So hurry in. Shop the Rooms to Go January clearance sale before it ends at 9 p.m. tonight.
If breathing clean air is important to you and your family, then it's time to get your air ducts cleaned. Call us today at Ace Restoration Services to inquire on how to receive air duct cleaning with no money out of pocket.
Call Ace Restoration Services, 786-732-2779.
We are nurses. For us, it's not a career. It's a calling to dedicate our lives, helping those in need. And despite all odds, refusing to give up hope, no matter where we come from or how we choose to serve. We are nurses. West Coast University, 1 degree, endless opportunities.
Snowmen melt, but wipes don't. So think before you flush. Don't flush wipes down your toilet. They cause slow drains, clogs, backups, and even broken pipes. That can add up to a major plumbing repair bill. And if those wipes reach the sewer system, they cause major issues that affect all of us. So think before you flush. Wipes and other non-flushable items should be trashed, not flushed. Think before you flush. It's better for your pipes and the environment. A message from Miami-Dade Water and Sewer.
You think making your teeth 100 times whiter is exciting? These new X Multiplier Scratch-Offs multiply your winnings up to 100 times.
Am I in a commercial?
Multiply the excitement with the X Multiplier Scratch-Offs, the Florida Lottery. It's your ticket.
Claim it!
Local 10 celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, brought to you by the 2020 African American Achievers Awards on April 23rd, honoring those who drive change in our community.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade. We are the only station bringing you this live coverage, and it has been spectacular.
The largest and the biggest and the longest MLK Day Parade in the country, starting back in 1977. We want to show you what's happening right here at 14th Street and 18th Avenue, just by the Church of the Incarnation. Let's listen in for just a moment to those sirens.
And you are watching live coverage of the parade along with us, and we are having so much fun watching all Miami-Dade fire rescue trucks go by. We've seen our women firefighters, our men too. They just grabbed a couple of children from the railings and brought them out into the parade. It's so wonderful out here.
You know, I wish there was something called smell-o-vision, that you could smell what we're smelling out here. There are so many vendors out here who want to sell the food to people. There's a grill right there. Oh my, there's so much more we could talk about. We'll have much more on that in just a moment.
We'll be back right after the break.
I worked hard to get here, and I was ready.
You have a 33-year-old male, unconscious, assisted breathing.
Okay, get the crash cart ready, intubation kit.
Oh, man. We train long hours every day.
You got it. It wasn't always easy. Scalpel. Thank you. But it changed my life.
Thank you, Concord.
Thank you, Concord.
Thank you, Concord.
It's a new year to change lives. Let's start with yours.
Someone's texting on their phone, not paying attention, and hits you. And you can't afford to hire a lawyer.
Call Jack Bernstein. He won't charge you 1 penny unless he wins your case.
That's right. I never ask you for money during your case. I don't get paid unless you get paid.
Hiring Jack Bernstein won't cost you 1 single penny.
Not 1 penny? Why wouldn't you call?
Jack's got your back.
I'm attorney Jack Bernstein, protecting your rights.
Hurt in a car wreck? Available 24/7. Days, nights, weekends, anytime.
The prize fight of the century is over, and the winner is Toyota of Hollywood, the official #1 volume Toyota dealer 6 years in a row. Pay up to 50% less. Camry, not $28,000, $17,775. 2020 Corolla, not $22,000, $13,775. Buy any new Toyota, and we'll make your payments till 2021 at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Are your electric bills too high? Do your old windows make your home feel unsafe? Impact Windows and Doors can help secure your home and save you money. Take advantage of 0 down and 100% financing. Call and schedule your free in-home estimate today.
Welcome back, everyone. It is high noon right here in Miami along 54th Street and 18th Avenue for the MLK Day Parade, the 43rd annual one, the largest and one of the longest in the country.
And I will say, I think the best, because it has been fantastic so far.
You're a little biased on that, huh?
You know.
You are from here.
I am. And it's so nice to see. I mean, everybody come out here, and everybody has been saying it's just all one big community. And from our vantage point and from all of our reporters all across the parade, that's what we're seeing, Calvin. Everybody just coming together, sitting so closely together they can share their food.
And, you know, we want to bring you every moment of this, and we also want to take you inside the parade right now. Have you listened to the sights and sounds of what we're getting out there? You just saw Universal just go by there. That is an all-black circus, I can tell you. If you've never been to Universal, oh my God.
I never have, actually.
Oh, the way they perform, it is really awesome what they do.
I always think circus performers are amazing, though, what they can do with their bodies and
Yes,
shows, and it's
yes,
just
the
so
contortionists,
amazing.
yes.
So let's go ahead and take a look at Sky 10 as we watch the parade go on by.
Yeah, we are seeing so many people. We have our Betty Davis, who is in the parade.
And I believe we are over Jackson Health right now.
And Jackson Health, along with so many of the corporations that are here. Jackson Health, a major medical and health provider in Miami, of course, having the only trauma center in South Florida at Ryder Trauma Center. So we talk so much about them on the news on a daily basis, but they are here representing because so many people who need them, depend on them. They're out here to say, we too love this community.
And it is nice. You just mentioned that, Calvin. It's very important to know. We're always talking about their trauma center, but it's nice to see them out here on a time where it's a wonderful day. It's a celebration of Dr. King's life and his legacy. And it's how we said about the Miami-Dade Police Department. And, you know, we hear the sirens and all of this that's happening in the parade is such a wonderful moment. We also have Central High School cheerleaders. We saw some cheerleaders earlier in the parade as well. They're coming up right behind us, I believe.
Yeah, Miami Central High, you know, they are called the Rockets. And let's listen in to their marching band in just a moment. Take a listen. Miami Central Rockets, check them out. You know, I wish I could dance like, you know, there was a day when I could actually dance somewhat similar to this.
I do not believe you whatsoever.
They have a great football team. They have a great academic program. And so many talented people have graduated from this high school.
Oh, just to watch them in formation. And I mean, they're great.
Miami Central High School has a very good football team, but, you know, we have some state champions here. You know, we were the Triple Crown City, you know, with Booker T and Northwestern. Those guys will be in this parade today, and they will be well represented. Trust me, they'll have that trophy, too.
We actually have four championship football
Chaminade
teams here
as well.
today.
But right now, the Central Rockets are proving to have one of the best marching bands today for this parade.
We got to let the other ones pass on by to see what they bring to the table, Calvin. I will say I love the colors, the dark green, the white, the black.
Principal there is Gregory Bethune. They have 1,700 students there. In their mission, they say, we continue to look towards the future, preparing our students for college, careers, and life.
So important for so many students in any school, really. to prepare themselves for their future. This awesome band that you are watching right now is being led by director Kermit Virgil, and they are just killing it.
Their band rival is Northwestern, but also that's the school competition when it comes to football as well. This school opened in 1959. They are located on Northwest 95th Street with a population, once again, the student population is 1,700 students. The mascot and colors were chosen in honor of NASA because the school opened at the beginning of the space age, the Miami Central Senior High School Rockets. Back in the day, Nicole, we used to say this is a Kodak moment, but this is the Graham moment. This is a Tumblr moment. This is, you can snap this.
This is a TikTok moment. Not that I have one of those, but I know that these are going to be quick videos all over social media.
This is really awesome. This is what makes this so great.
And just from remembering high school in general, they work so hard for this, and they have been practicing day and night just to get it right. I mean, to perform in the parade, this is the longest parade, the 43rd annual. I mean, they must feel so privileged to be able to perform.
This is their moment to shine, and that they are doing right now, shining in this moment. Oh, they are right behind us. Oh, they are right behind us. We are all up in it, as the kids say,
And it's so hard for us to focus on you at home because we just kind of want to turn around and watch them the whole time.
Yeah,
and they're
Miami
doing
Central.
such a wonderful job.
Miami Central in the house. The Rockets, they are doing it. I'm sure you can hear it very well at home because it's right up in our eardrum. And they are so good. So good. The marching band, one of many that will be here today for the 43rd annual MLK Day Parade, and what an awesome event this has been so far. We've seen the police officers, we've seen Miami Fire Rescue, the first responders, the people we rely on so much. They have a duty and a mission, trust me, that goes beyond their calling. They do this every single day. They're sort of like the Minutemen of South Florida, and on a moment's notice, they go out and they try to help people as best they can.
And heroes in the community, because as they drive on by, everybody's cheering and clapping for them because they're responsible for keeping all of us safe. So their number one priority is keeping the community safe. And we can tell you from sitting here, from you watching it at home, every time they would come on by a fire truck, a motorcycle, a bike, in the cars, everybody cheers and they're excited to see their law enforcement out here.
We also heard from Dada 5000. He's one of the co-grand marshals along with Rick Beasley. And right behind us, we're watching more kids in their moment of celebration here. Check them out. I'm telling you, I used to be able to dance like this.
Now that
back
I watch,
in the day, I'm telling you, I could move somewhat close to this in my dreams.
I can picture you doing that right now, Calvin.
Let's listen in to these guys for just a moment.
Those are the Liberty City Warriors,
yes.
And if you look hard enough, you can find Calvin in the center. We shot this a little while ago, and he gave himself a little cameo there.
There is a great show on a cable network called Stars, and these guys, there's something called the Warriors of Liberty City, and these children have been featured in it, and for them, it is everything. They get to show off their moves, and we're getting to see it firsthand, live, here at the parade.
And coming up behind us, we have our commissioner for District 5, Keon Hardiman. He was actually raised in this area, Calvin, in Liberty City.
He is a lawyer, a city commissioner. He's been serving on the city commission for quite some time now, and I believe he's in his second or possibly third term. He graduated from Northwestern, the Bulls, as they call it. And like you said, he was raised right here in Liberty City.
We are going to have so much more on this live continuous coverage of the MLK Day Parade. Stay with us. We will be back in just a couple of minutes.
Honey, I've invented something. It's a shower and a bath. A shaft.
Tired of taking shafts? Call us.
Call the plumbers at Lindstrom today and get $59 off any drain clearing service.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Florida Blue Medicare offers HMO plans with 5 stars. Medicare's highest rating for quality, 2 years in a row. Because of this 5-star rating, you can switch to Florida Blue Medicare today. Our 5-star plans give you access to a community of doctors and hospitals, plus wellness benefits and personalized services to support your needs. Call 1-844-282-1722 now and talk to a Medicare expert who can help you switch to a Medicare Advantage HMO plan with a wide network of providers, $0 monthly premium, $0 copayment for some services, dental and vision benefits, prescription drug coverage, emergency and urgent care coverage at home and when you travel worldwide. Whether you're new to Medicare or looking to make a change, Florida Blue Medicare's 5-star HMO plans can make a difference in your well-being and budget. Call 1-844-282-1722 and join one of our 5-star plans today and get the quality care you deserve.
We'll have you smiling again. Ferber Dental Group.
Struggling with bad teeth? We know how you feel. Ferber Dental has years of experience taking care of thousands of people just like you. It's our job to make you feel as comfortable as possible while getting your mouth fixed. We'll find the solution that works for you, and our affordable payment plans will make sure that we work within your budget and busy schedule. So don't be left out of life any longer. Call the Ferber Dental Group today, and we'll have you smiling again.
Hi, I'm attorney Aaron Fewer from Rubenstein Law, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 6, only settle when it's the right decision. We try cases all the time, but the truth is, most cases settle. With our lawyers on your side, the insurance company knows if they don't make a fair offer, we will see them in court. Our experience will assist you in deciding whether to accept an offer or go to trial, and our advice will help you make the right decision.
For more of these rules, go to rubensteinlaw.com.
Mom, the toilet's clogged again. Ugh. You told me I could tell you anything.
When it comes to drain clearing, you can tell us anything.
Call Lindstrom today for a free plumbing or AC service call when we make the repair.
Yeah, I love those guys.
¿Qué onda, primo? I heard you're missing Uncle Julio's birthday?
Yeah, can't make it. Still working on ideas for the future of TV.
Why don't you just combine our favorite things like live TV, on-demand titles, and Netflix and HBO in one place with the voice remote that lets us find everything easily? That's what AT&T did.
We'll see you there.
They not.
Introducing AT&T TV.
Watch Stranger Things.
Find the things you love with a single voice command. Call 1-866-ATT-SAVE.
After a car accident, do you know how much your case is really worth?
The insurance company told Joe his number was $25,000.
But Steiger Green and Finer got him $100,000.
They told Judy her number was $10,000.
Steiger Green and Finer said, nuh-uh, how about $200,000?
Dave thought his number was $30,000.
Steiger Green and Finer said try $300,000.
When the insurance company tries to pay you less, we fight to get you the real number.
How much can Steiger Green and Finer get you?
800-561-1111.
Welcome back, everyone, to the best parade happening right now in the country, the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade. You're looking live at one of the many features that is Miami-Dade County Mayor Carlos Jimenez. He's been doing this for quite some time as he has served as the Miami-Dade County Mayor for several years now. In his final term, he may be running for Congress. We'll find out a little bit later.
And he is coming up right behind us, Calvin, right on top of that Miami-Dade Fire Rescue truck.
Yeah, this is really an awesome parade. So many folks that have lined the streets. We're talking tens of thousands of people. It's a little loud out here, too, as well, just a little bit. Just a little bit, but we love the sirens.
Yes, and so one of the best parts of parades are, of course, the bands.
Yes,
We've
right.
been showing you some of the marching bands. We just saw Northwestern. So we have to talk to our very own Samantha Bryant because she got a chance to talk to the Marching Bulls. Is that right, Samantha?
That is right. You know, I got one of the best assignments. I was able to go behind the scenes and talk to Northwestern's band, the marching band. They are one that is going to be featured in this parade. Now, right now, you can see behind me, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue just got here. We're right around 24th Avenue, right off of 54th Street. But again, a lot of people are starting to crowd around. You can see that right behind the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, we actually have one of, actually, I think those are my boots. He's going to give those to me later. There they go. Well, anyways, yes, so we have Miami-Dade Fire Rescue that's here right now. They're basically going to pass, and then right after that, we have Miami Central with the Rockets and their marching band as well. I've been talking to a lot of the people that came to the parade today. A lot of them are locals. A lot of them have been coming to this parade for decades. Remember, this is one of the oldest celebrations for Dr. Martin Luther King here in Miami, and I actually wanted to talk to one of the attendees that I met while I was here. Now, one thing that is special about this woman here is that she was saying that, it was really powerful for her to bring both of her grandchildren while her daughter is away serving. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, it's a family tradition. Their mom now serves in the United States Navy, and while she serves as a single parent, I watch her two children. And it's important. It's important traditionally that my grandchildren know that the struggle was real, is real, and they learn to appreciate where we have come from, where we are, and that there's still much more to achieve.
And you mentioned the fact that it's, the celebration is wonderful. It's great to have that gathering, but it's really important for them to understand the impact that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had on our community. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely, because without individual activists such as himself, Rosa Parks, there are so many big names, but there are also small names within our own communities who attributed to this. And that would be my mother, my father, my grandparents, unnamed, to me, heroes that traditionally passed those values to me. That we are not to forget where we came from, bottom line, and is to appreciate and value that.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. Again, one thing that she mentioned that I love that she said is when I actually went to Northwestern to see their marching band, they were talking about the fact that right now it's, at first it's a celebration and you're getting pumped to prepare to showcase your talents in front of all of these people. But really what drives home is the impact of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So I want to show you behind the scenes what we got to see with Northwestern. Instruments in hand, these proud students are the musical foundation of this historical parade. We traveled to the mighty Marching Bulls headquarters to get a sneak peek into their practice. Meet Amari Dillard, a junior and lover of the clarinet.
There was highs, there was lows. There was times where I felt like I couldn't, this is the hardest thing in my life. And I also feel like this is the best thing in my life. So with MLK Day approaching, it's like a feeling of relief. It's a feeling of finally the day has come.
The Bulls at Miami Northwestern Senior High School have been marching in the MLK Parade since its inception.
It's a very intense parade, but the kids enjoy it. It's just a great opportunity to be, our community comes together, and parents, friends, everybody. It's just a great opportunity for everyone to see the Mighty Marching Bulls and see the things that we exemplify.
And the students are here for the intensity.
It's one of the biggest parades we do throughout the year, and it's always the most energetic. It's always the most fun. It's having the crowd. You do a dance routine, you're playing, you hear the crowd chanting along, they're screaming while you're dancing. It awakens something inside you. It's just like, I have to give it my all.
And some friendly competition, battle of the band style.
Our students spend so much time with each other that they don't really get many opportunities to see other bands unless they're at a football game. And this brings together all the bands from around the community, Miami Centrals and Edison and Miami Jackson.
showcasing the gratitude and unity Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke of through music.
It's a friendly competition, but it's also a sense of home because we're all from the same place, so we have the same struggles, we relate to each other. So it's like we all have the same goal in mind, but there's still competition, but we're still here for one goal.
Oh man, and it was so great to watch them while they were there practicing, and then now to see them in real time, real life, here at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, here right off of Northwest 54th Street and 24th Avenue. Right behind me, we're starting to see the rockets that are coming down. I think some of their dancers, and then you can see right behind them the marching band. Of course, that's Miami Central, and of course, we talked to the West earlier. Can't wait to see a lot of them start to stream on through. But again, this is just what we're seeing here at Northwest 24th Avenue. A lot of people coming out to enjoy the parade and enjoy the marching band that just started to come on by.
We love to see all those bands. Thank you, Samantha, for your reporting and everything that we've seen from you so far and all the people. And Calvin and I were joking about Calvin's boots, but I'm pretty sure Samantha can get in on there with those bands.
Well, from high school now, we're going to take you to FIU University. Yeah, check out these guys right behind us. The Panthers in the house, led by Mark Rosenberg, who is the current president. But, you know, some folks out here who might be Canes fans, they have a little bit of a beef with FIU. They kind of kicked the butt of the University of Miami this year, surprisingly. You know?
I know. That was quite everybody was shocked when we sent that push alert on our phones. Everybody was like, what? But, you know, I'm proud to be an FIU alum. And, you know, our own Janice Fernandez is right there with me because she's also an FIU alum.
That's right. Also, well, the president and general manager of our TV station, Bert Medina. He's an FIU guy as well. So you all are well represented right here. Let's listen in to these guys and see what they're doing. Festive floats.
Yeah.
Here for this parade. Love the music. They're getting the groove on too. Sweet. And the mascot, check him out. He's all offended. He's all offended. Look at him. He's grooving. I think they're even especially excited. You know, when you beat the Canes,
yeah.
This is how you dance and this is how you move. You know?
Yeah, smiles from ear to ear. And we got the cheerleaders coming right up behind them, too.
FIU, the largest university in South Florida and the second largest in the state. I bet they never thought that when they opened their doors in 1972, huh? The FIU band is led by its director, Barry W. Bernhardt. And boy, is he a proud man today.
And they've been invited to play for the Super Bowl teams later this week.
Wow.
Right? How impressive is that? That must be a proud moment for them.
February 2nd, we found out last night it's going to be the 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And you must talk this way when you're talking about the NFL.
Or unless you're just Calvin Hughes.
That was a great announcer by the name of Howard Cosell, and this is how he would talk. was so much more eloquent.
Okay, so we are still watching the FIU cheerleaders go on by.
We cannot emphasize enough that this day is really about the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He would have been 91 years old today if he were alive. His birthday was actually celebrated last week. And once again, would have been 91 years old. And this holiday became a national holiday back in the 1980s, signed by President Ronald Reagan in 1983, thanks to his wife. A lot of people don't give her enough credit. And again, I had the privilege of talking with her. A lot of people do not give her enough credit. Coretta Scott King was really an awesome woman who continued the legacy of her husband.
And I will say this, Calvin, it's been so many years, and this parade has been going on for so long, 43 years already. But what I've noticed in the parade, how we continue to honor him, every single float, did you notice, or a car that drove by had a little quote or had something from one of his speeches or, a big banner. And it's so nice to see every single, you go online and you try to Google something and you find something about Martin Luther King. And it's just so nice to see that after so many years, his legacy continues to live on, and in such a positive way. Yeah,
he's been defined by a dream, but Dr. King stood for much more than just a dream. And much more than civil rights, he stood for human rights as well. We'll have a lot more on the life and legacy of a great man who we celebrate today on this national holiday, and much more on this great parade. Take a listen to the 43rd annual MLK Day Parade in Liberty City. We'll have a lot more after this break.
If you were just in a car crash, the insurance company could already be calling you. Don't talk to them. Talk to us.
Steiner, Green, and Finer. 800-561-1111.
It's stone crab season, and here at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, we've got some of the freshest stone crabs available. From medium to colossal, we've been selling the highest quality seafood, chicken, and beef for over 62 years. We're family owned and operated, and everything is fresh. From grass-fed meats to all-natural chicken to fresh seafood. Get your fresh stone crabs today. Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market on 441 just south of the Hard Rock Casino. Try us once, you'll keep coming back.
We have done a new roof. We installed solar panels. We have a new AC unit.
We wanted to make upgrades that would allow us discounts and credits that are available under the insurance program.
With Y-Green, the Allens found a better way to finance their home improvements for energy efficiency and storm protection. Imagine what you can do. Call now or visit ygreen.com today.
Steiner, Green, and Finer got Robert $95,000.
For Margaret, $210,000.
And for Ramon, $400,000.
I like those numbers.
Now, what's your number?
800-561-1111.
Rising energy costs are frustrating. Electricity rates continue to increase, and there's no relief in sight. It's also smart to prepare for power outages that can leave you in the dark. You need a solution that will help you save money, prepare for power outages, and help the environment. Introducing the Generac Power Cell, a battery storage system that harnesses the power from the sun to help reduce your electric bill and provide backup power during utility power outages.
With the battery storage solution, we're saving about $450 a month.
PowerCell's revolutionary technology captures and stores electricity either from solar panels or the electrical grid. It allows you to use stored energy during peak demand times when electricity costs are high, which helps reduce your electric bill, saving you money. And when a power outage occurs, PowerCell is ready to supply backup power to your home. PowerCell's modular design allows for easy customization for any home or budget. And PowerCell is backed with a 10-year limited warranty.
It was a simple installation, very neatly installed. It was done very quickly and efficiently. Since installing our power system, we've been experiencing a savings of $1,500 a year.
Generac has been a trusted provider of backup power solutions since 1959 and provides 24/7 customer support.
The battery storage solution in combination with the solar has been one of the best investments we've ever made.
Special financing is available with low monthly payment options. You will likely qualify for tax credits and energy rebates, which could save you up to 30%, adding to the savings you'll enjoy over time with PowerCell. Call now to schedule a free in-home assessment. The call is free, the assessment is free, and there's no obligation to buy. Act now to receive PowerView, Generac's home energy monitoring system, a $300 value. With PowerView, easily keep tabs on your energy consumption, monitor your battery usage, and track your savings. Don't wait. Call or go online now. PowerCell, savings powered by the sun.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade. Live coverage right here on Local 10. I'm Calvin Hughes.
And I'm Nicole Perez. And as we show you Sky 10 pictures of the parade as it goes by, we have been out here with you, for you, the only station, for about an hour and a half now. We got out here at 11 o'clock, and this parade has not disappointed, Calvin. It has been absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, thousands of people come out here, not just for the many floats and the festivities and the pomp and circumstance of this great event, but they come out here. Let's not mistake this. The food, too. They come out here for all kinds of things, but the food here is pretty spectacular.
I thought Calvin was going to give me something really deep there, and he gave me the food. But this is true. We have a barbecue right in front of us, and it has been smelling great since we got here.
Yeah, really awesome to see. Right behind us, one of the many candidates running for the mayorship of Miami-Dade County, Esteban Bovo, and we have seen some of the other candidates who have gone by as well. We're going to try to bring you all of them as they come right behind us. But we've also seen the FIU Marching Band. They were quite a treat to see, as well as many of the high school marching bands as well. Miami Central really brought the house down.
They really did. Yeah. The band, the cheerleaders, the dancers, the music, I mean, the floats. It has been just so wonderful. And we have our reporters all across the parade for you. We have our morning anchors, Eric and JC, Samantha, Louie. We have our Laren Betty on the float doing her great Miss America wave.
Yeah, we have to thank Betty for helping us bring some good weather here for this parade. This is our first year of actually bringing live coverage of this parade, and boy, what a treat it has been, and it's great to know that we have some great weather. But Betty says some changes in the forecast. You must watch the Local 10 News coming up at 3 o'clock with Christy and Janice to find out what that forecast is going to be.
You just need to watch it all the time.
I think that's called a tease. Right.
But now we're going to go back to our Laren Livingston. He is at a big party right now.
Oh, yes. He's at the MLK Park, and Laren, we've asked you to behave, and we've also asked you to bring us some food, too, as well, if you get yourself some.
Look, hold on, just say I'm going to walk over here so you know where to come and where I need to go. This is Dukes and Dingle. It's a food truck here, and we're talking generations of people who have been coming to celebrate MLK on MLK Day as a part of this event. So we got Dukes and Dingle, first cousins right here, serving up food. But this is what I really want to show you. It's real in these MLK Day streets because they got a whole TV set up watching our parade coverage right now. So yeah, you're watching me live on TV. Auntie Dukes, I love you for it. So check out their truck too. And like I said, we've got families who have been coming out here for some time. Meeks Catering, named for George Meeks. All of these folks here are family. They called him Blue, hence all of the blue here and the blue t-shirts and the polos. And this is his granddaughter, right?
Yes, sir.
Miss Tammy?
Yes.
Tammy Meeks here with Meeks Catering. Talk to me about why you come, because you said you've been coming here, you and your family, for years now, right?
Yeah, we've been coming here for several years now, and today is not just to remember Dr. King, but it's really to live up to his expectations and the wishes that he had for everybody to be united and come as one. You know, we can enjoy in the sunshine, good food, good eats, good people, and just enjoy the day. Bring your friends and family. Bring your friends and family.
Fantastic. And I know you're Tammy Jr.
Yes.
Because Mama Tammy Meeks is over here.
Yes, right over there.
This is a family affair. So talk to me, what do you have here? I know you got some sauce, you got conch, you got everything on this menu.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything to feed your soul. Our slogan is soul food made with love. We have pork sauce, chicken sauce, barbecue ribs, oxtails, conch fritters, you name it, we got it, we aim to please.
And talk to me about the camaraderie here. Like you said, your family's been coming out here for years. You've got generations of folks here at your booth, generations of folks at the booth across the street. You've got a neighbor here that everybody knows. Like, talk to me about the camaraderie here that this event kind of brings together here today.
It just brings a lot of different people and races together. We can walk up and down and patronize each other, exchange business cards, just come together as one, exchange information. You brainstorm with each other, and everybody, grows bigger and better.
And that's what community's about, building the community. I know you got a rib in here. Can I get one, please?
Yes, you can.
I know Calvin and Nicole are a little jealous of me right now because they don't have any of this at their disposal at the moment. Look at God. Show appreciate your life. Show appreciate your life. And Betty Davis came after she got off her float. Hi. Look at her crashing my party over here. Crashing my party.
How are you?
I'm going to tell you right now, Miss Betty. Try to rib. Try to rib.
You know what I heard?
What you hear?
Everything is fat-free.
Fat-free?
Fat-free.
It doesn't even matter right now. Face just greasy, and I'm here for it. Go find you something to eat. Conch fritter. Look, speaking of conch, come this way, Jason. Brother Terry right here, Terry Watts. He is a staple here at this event, and he's been serving up conch salad all day. In fact, there was a pack of Miami-Dade police officers here earlier today getting their grub on.
Laren, we're just loving it. You're making us hungrier
So much
and
camaraderie
hungrier
out
with
here
all
today,
of these
and that's
live
what
pictures.
It's all about. The food vendors here. Of course, there's a stage over here that'll be featuring live music as well. There's a kid zone, a fun zone for the children. So you got food, you got vendors, you got drinks, you got fun, you got fellowship, and that's what this day is all about. Remembering Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. here at historic MLK Memorial Park, and also honoring his legacy by building community and camaraderie here. I'm gonna finish this rib if I can. There's also a nice tent down there that has some really good desserts, candy apples, brownies, cinnamon rolls. I've tasted and sampled that as well. So my job here, at least for the moment, is to make sure all this food is up to par. Quality control is what we're calling ourselves. Calvin, Nicole.
All right. Well, we got you. We got you, buddy. We are ready to eat. Trust me. After that report, we are all hungry. See, I told you the food.
We are. We're starving.
But it's all about the float.
Yeah, it's true. And Betty joined in on that food party there.
Yeah.
But let's bring you back here to where we are so you can see what's happening behind us.
Yeah.
City of Hialeah Fire Department just went on by.
Yeah.
And what do we have? Hot 105 Radio.
Hot 105, one of my favorite stations in town. They play R&B. Tom Joyner just retired after many decades on the radio. He is a radio legend, and he is based right here in Miami, so he would often record his broadcast, his morning broadcast, right out there is Hot 105.
But Calvin, we have several radio stations here too, so when they go on by, you better say they're your favorite too.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I like my R&B music, and I love my hip-hop, so they have 97.3, Hot 105, 99 Jams. They have them all right there. So they have some great DJs on there, too. And also where, by the way, a guy, you might have heard of, maybe, DJ Khaled. He got his start. Yes. So absolutely. This is where he used to record as well. And so trust me, these guys, they also do gospel music. They do a wonderful job of informing our community.
They do. So we have been showing you live coverage in Miami all throughout the parade here in Liberty City, but we got to show you what's happening in Fort Lauderdale, Calvin.
Let's go to Alex Finney for that other MLK parade right here in South Florida. There are so many others all across the country. Alex, what's happening where you are?
Well, Nicole and Calvin, I will tell you, all morning I've been listening to you guys, all of our colleagues out there having so much fun celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King in Miami, but now I'm bringing you out to Broward. We are in Fort Lauderdale, where the parade wrapped here a little bit earlier, about 2 hours ago. But boy, oh boy, this scene out here, people really did show up to show out. So many people celebrating the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to let you see what we saw a little bit earlier. The sounds, the sights, and the celebration.
It's very good, It's just he's like a father to me because everything he did for for just us people.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man celebrated year-round with extra attention on today's holiday. Hundreds of people paraded down Sistrunk Boulevard to honor the late great King. This is the largest MLK parade in Broward County, and it grows every single year.
This is Sistrunk, and it is historic for us as we evolve and we take the parade downtown
with the combination of the communities mixed together.
The parade going down historic Sistrunk Boulevard, a thoroughfare named in honor of Dr. James Sistrunk, the first black doctor to open an African-American animal hospital in Broward back in 1938. A street that houses so much history, a history that's passed down to every single generation, is also the home of this parade, celebrating the life, the legacy of Dr. King.
It feels like such a joyous occasion. I'm actually very happy to be here.
Dr. King himself, such a special part of the South Florida fabric. So today,
and we recognize his type of service that brought forth equality, justice, unity, and we're doing it together. We're here in Fort Lauderdale today. I'm standing with the chief because this is a community effort. It doesn't matter about jurisdictions to recognize the tremendous work that Dr. King did for this entire community.
And you know, one thing about Dr. King is he paved the way so that we can remember all the accomplishments of everyone that has helped to continue to pave the way for us and, of course, the younger generation as well. And, you know, speaking of Sistrunk Boulevard, I think this is a really important point. This name, they are actually working to see if they can extend it east through Andrews Avenue. Right now, it stands as Northeast 6th Street. And the reason why that's so important is because when we're talking about the people that have come before us that have helped to pave that way and continuing that legacy, we're seeing that. We saw that today, and just the generations that were here that had the opportunity to see and hear Dr. King speak years ago, to the younger generation that is now learning from them. All of that is part of today's big celebration as we continue to carry and honor his legacy throughout. Now, it didn't just stop here. This is where we are bringing you a live update right now, but we know that they did go off to Esplanade Park. That is where things are going to be continuing through the afternoon. It has been lively, it has been fun, and we will continue this celebration for the rest of the day. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys, Calvin and Nicole over in Miami.
Thank you, Alex. It's so nice to see what's happening in Fort Lauderdale because we've been showing you so much of Miami.
Yes.
It's so wonderful.
Yes. And right behind us here, we have more people, more of the festive floats that are coming by. Jackson Health, well represented right behind us. We had 99 Jams, Hot 105. Trina, the rapper.
Oh, Calvin was very excited about that one.
You know, I kind of like her a lot. You know, I really want to meet her, but that's for a different story. But they were great.
We got video games over here.
Yes, game riders, absolutely. So we have many different folks who are represented. We're going to take you over to the street where you can see for yourself. Let's listen in for just a moment.
As we watch the parade, this wonderful 43rd annual parade, we are going to see what is happening with our very own Louis Aguirre, who has been talking to everyone who's here. Louis, who have you met? What have you been doing? Fill us in.
Come to me now. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I was just jamming out to the sweet sounds of the Arthur and Polly Mays Marching Band from Cutler Bay. They are awesome. You know, it was Dr. King's dream to have one dream in one community. He has certainly brought this community together today, and that is the spirit of this day. This community coming together in love and celebration. I've met so many wonderful people, like my friend Trulia over here, who was a tiny little girl when this parade first started back in 1977. Now she's being all shy. You were here when you were a little girl? No? So many wonderful people living the spirit, living the dream right here in the flesh right here. It's been wonderful to see. From start to finish, this community coming together. This woman over here is dancing. You're happy today, aren't you?
Yes.
Talk to me about why you're having such a good time today.
I'm out here.
What is this day all about?
Promoting my business, Lachelle's Purdy Accessories. Y'all check me out on 5700 Northwest 17th
It's not a time for a commercial. It's time for love. Who wants to share their love with me today? What's going on, Malir?
Well, I'm out here. I'm so happy to be a part of the parade because Dr. Martin Luther King, he had a dream of all us together in unity, and that's what's
Look at me and you.
Yeah, he brought us together today. We are living the legacy of Dr. King right here.
A lot of us have good paying jobs because of Dr. King, and I'm glad to see all the firemen and policemen. We're finally recognizing that, and we are honoring him, and that's why I'm here.
43 years this parade's been going on. 43 years.
And this looks like one of the best years ever.
It gets bigger and better every year, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Register to vote. Yes, that's been the big message here today, and the time is always right to do what is right. We've certainly been living up to that today, haven't we?
Yes, we have, and everybody need to come out here and get a voter registration card, update, or whatever.
It's an election year, so we've seen many candidates and many future wannabe candidates making their way along the parade route. But again, the main message here, which is Dr. King's main message, is love and community. And that is what's being celebrated right here in the streets of Liberty City. Calvin and Nicole, send it back to you.
Okay, Louis, we thank you so much. And we are right along 54th Street and 18th Avenue, just across from the Church of the Incarnation, and we're getting the business over here, as the young kids like to say. So many floats that are going by, and the Children's Trust is right behind us right now.
And as we take a look, I think it just passed us. I don't know if they can see it right now. It was very nicely decorated with the gold and silver, and it's so pretty out there. Yeah. Children's Trust, just one of the many organizations that's out here today honoring Dr. King.
They do so much in honor of Dr. King as well, too. Nicole, very quickly here, I just want to say, just a couple of years ago, they handed out over 230,000 books to young people, and more than 15,000 children and parents were served through different programs from the Children's Trust. It was established back in 2002, so they've been around for 18 years, and every summer they help over 2,000 children with paid internships, and nearly 91,000 students make more than 308,000 visits to their school's health clinic. They really help fund Together for Children, which aims to reduce youth violence. And as we know, Dr. King stood for nonviolence and so many other rights, civil rights, human rights, and so many different things and so many ideas for so many people.
And we also have coming up right behind us along the parade route is our Miami-Dade County Department of Solid Waste Management. And they actually have a truck out here dedicated to supporting breast cancer. They have a truck that says Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So waste management is so important to everyone. They have over 1,000 employees. They have over 200 automated side-loading garbage trucks. And so why am I talking about this? When Dr. King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee, on April 4th, 1968, he was in the city supporting a strike for sanitation workers. And they were seeking equal pay for their safer working conditions. Each year, this department here pays tribute to Dr. King to support the safety and the rights of these sanitation workers for making the ultimate sacrifice during the civil rights movement.
That's right.
So important to mention that here today.
You know, the backstory on that is there were so many people who told Dr. King not to go to Memphis. That was not the cause that he should be fighting for. And he said, you know something, this is what I'm about. Not just about representing people who you think I should represent, but the least of these, those people who are on the margins of our society. And, you know, we only think about the sanitation workers when they come around just a couple of times a week. We don't always think about them and the troubles that they have to go through and the low pay. So they just wanted fair wages, and that's what Dr. King was in Memphis for.
And, you know, even when Dr. King wrote his famous I Have a Dream speech, something that really stuck with me, too, was he went with his gut when they were first initially conducting a draft, and then he kind of thought, you know, I'm going to write this, and then I'm not going to write. But he ended up last minute throwing away the cue cards and just going with what he felt in his heart, and it became what we all know today.
You know, there's a moment on stage where a singer he loved so much, Mahalia Jackson, was yelling in the background. She says, "Tell them about the dream, Martin. Tell them about the dream." And that's when he began to give the I Have a Dream speech. So many moments from those days, so many moments from Dr. King, and this is what this is all about. You know, he stood for so much, but one thing that he did stand for, and that is togetherness. Making sure everybody came together, and that's exactly what people are doing in this very moment, not only here in Liberty City, but in Fort Lauderdale and all around South Florida.
And right now what we have coming up behind us on this parade route is Miami-Dade Transit. So they are led by their director, Alice Bravo. The Miami-Dade Transit was established in 1960, Calvin, and they're representing with quite a few buses out here now.
And yes, they are well represented here. I wonder who's taking public transportation today. No, I joke kiddingly. There are many buses for people to take, but yes, they are represented here today, and it's great to see them along with so many other folks who are lined along the streets. Thousands of people who are here. This is a cell phone moment. This is a selfie moment.
We've taken a couple of those ourselves
Yes.
as the parade gets on by, and it's just so nice to see everybody representing along 54th Street and all of our crews here getting every single angle of this for you. We are the only station bringing you live, continuous coverage of this parade. And I must say, Calvin, we mentioned this earlier, but the weather could not have been more perfect.
Yes, this is really nice. A nice breeze on this day. Not to mention some clouds are out there, but just enough to block the sun so folks are not too hot. And we know a change is on the way. But this is called a tease. You got to watch and see what that change is going to be on Local 10 News coming up at 3 o'clock. We know Christy and Janice are back in the studio standing by.
But
they will be ready.
We will say that we hope this change comes when we are no longer out here anymore.
I thought you liked the cold weather.
No,
you know, a little birdie told me this.
Okay, I do love the cold weather, but we were expecting a little bit of rain in the forecast, so I thought you were alluding to the rain.
No.
And we're alluding to the cold.
Yeah, that change is coming. See, I'm kind of giving a little bit of it away, but again, you got to watch Betty Davis coming up later on this afternoon and this evening. More of the sights and sounds of the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade right here in Liberty City. We heard from Alex Finney. She's in Fort Lauderdale. We'll bring you much more on that in just a moment. And take a look right behind us. Another marching band. Let's listen in.
Their colors are scarlet and gray. Their mascot are the Rams, and they are fantastic.
Once again, Arthur and Polly Conservatory of the Arts, APM, located in Southwest Miami-Dade. That is an acronym for them, APM. Arthur and Polly Mays, Conservatory of the Arts. 600 students, and they are getting down right now along 54th Street and 19th Avenue.
And I am loving their colors. I saw a little bit of the green earlier, but this red, these girls look fantastic.
They go by the name of the Rams, and they're pretty awesome. One of the many marching bands here for the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade in Liberty City, right here in Miami. We're bringing you live coverage right here on Local 10.
And stay with us because we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. You don't want to miss a thing.
Local 10 celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, brought to you by the 2020 African American Achievers Awards on April 23rd, honoring those who drive change in our community.
Mount Sinai's urologic surgeons give you experience, expertise, and results. We're prepared to treat a variety of urologic conditions with minimally invasive techniques, helping you get better faster.
The balances on your credit cards are worse than your yoga poses.
It's going to be a stretch to make those payments.
Call Consolidated Credit. They can lower your interest rates to get you out of debt fast without destroying your credit. The program works. Call Consolidated Credit. Call 1-800-446-3304. 1-800-446-3304.
Are your electric bills too high? Do your old windows make your home feel unsafe? Impact Windows and Doors can help secure your home and save you money. Take advantage of 0 down and 100% financing. Call and schedule your free in-home estimate today.
You've been injured in an accident. You want a lawyer you can trust. You need a law firm with a track record. What you want, what you need. The law firm of Cohen & Cohen. Call 1-800-33-COHEN.
Sara Lee Artisano. Now there's more to love with 2 artisan-style breads, the original Artisano and Artisano Golden Wheat, with a touch of honey, olive oil, and sea salt. Plus bakery rolls with the same taste, soft texture, split top, and flour dusting. Taste how Sara Lee Artisano bread and rolls turn even your simplest meals mouth-wateringly memorable. Sara Lee Artisano Bakery Bread and Rolls. Make the routine remarkable.
Many homeowners become sick from mold, and a lot of them have mold in their homes and they don't even know it. Mold is a serious problem, and removing it safely isn't always easy or cheap. That's where I come in. I work with homeowners to get the compensation they may deserve. I will fight with their insurance company to make sure they can remove the mold and safeguard the health of their families. Before calling the insurance company, call me, your insurance attorney. There are no upfront costs, and we don't get paid until you do. That's our promise.
Local 10 celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, brought to you by the 2020 African American Achievers Awards on April 23rd, honoring those who drive change in our community.
Mount Sinai's urology team offers a broad range of minimally invasive surgical techniques, less pain, fewer complications, and faster recovery. Choose Mount Sinai for your surgical needs.
Today is Monday, the last day of the amazing Rooms to Go January clearance sale. Your last chance for big savings store-wide. Remember, Rooms to Go must clear items to make room for new 2020 styles. Get additional markdowns on remaining clearance items we need to sell fast. Save on living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms. When they're gone, they're gone. Plus, get easy, interest-free financing. So hurry in. Shop the Rooms to Go January clearance sale before it ends at 9 p.m. tonight.
Welcome back to the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade. Local 10, the only station bringing you live coverage of this wonderful parade. We are having the oldest, the longest running parade. So many people out here. We have been with you since 11 o'clock, and it has just been spectacular. The food, the community, everybody coming together on this glorious day to remember and honor Dr. Martin Luther King.
You were just looking at Sabrina Fulton there, of course. Her son's death made national and international headlines. She's just behind us right now. She's running now for the Miami-Dade County Commission. Her son, Trayvon Martin, who was gunned down by George Zimmerman back in 2012. But right now, again, she's running for the Miami-Dade County Commission seat, and she is right behind us as we speak. And she is also a graduate of Florida Memorial University, the historically black university right here in South Florida. FMU, the Fighting Lions. And she's certainly trying to get her name out right now. She lives in Miami Gardens as well.
We have seen many politicians out here trying to get their name out and trying to meet and greet the community. We've seen a lot of them come on up and shake hands with everybody out here. So it has been quite the day. So many organizations out here, our police officers, our waste management that we just saw earlier, Children's Trust, Jackson Ryder Trauma Center.
You know, and here's what we'd like to do. We'd like to go to our morning anchors here, but we're going to be kind of selfish, JC and Eric, because we have the Miami Northwestern Bulls that are right down the block, just a couple of blocks away. So When they come up right behind us, we're going to kindly ask for it back so we can show them, because they are truly one of the awesome marching bands here in South Florida. But for now, JC and Eric will send it to you where you are.
And we are having way too much fun.
Way too much fun. We're at the beginning of this great parade, Northwest 54th Street and Northwest 12th Avenue. Calvin was just talking about Northwestern and that band. We had a sneak preview because we're at the beginning. So all the bands, all the music, we get to hear it first. They are phenomenal.
And that is my favorite part.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the floats. I love the motorcycles and the bike riders. I love all of it. But the marching bands and the dancers and these musicians, they just break it down, and we've been dancing with them all day out here.
And by the way, just so you know, as you continue to watch our live coverage here at Local 10, there are a lot of bands coming down the pike. We've seen maybe 4 or 5 different bands playing over the course of the last 15 to 20 minutes or so.
Okay, well, I think they're going to listen to one right now, because I think we have to send it back to the main stage, because you guys have a treat waiting for you right now.
And we'll go right to the Miami Northwestern Band, the Bulls, in the house. Let's listen in. looking in right now at the Miami Northwestern High School football marching band, one of the best in the country. Their mascot, the Bulls, of course. If you talk to them, they say, yes, we are Doubles.
Calvin, you said high school, right? Because
That's
this
right.
looks like a professional marching band dancer squad. They look amazing.
I'm glad you talk about that because they have a signature strut made famous and led by Tracy Young Byron.
The Golden Girls out there.
And you see those Golden Girls do that strut, and you know, yes, they are the one and only when it comes to that. We hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. The famous blue and gold. The famous blue and gold. Check them out. Doubles Northwestern.
Everything has been absolutely fantastic, and what a way to close than with the blue and gold.
Yeah.
We thank you all so much for joining us. Alongside Calvin Hughes, I am so honored to be here today and to bring you the 43rd Annual MLK Day Parade.
We hope you enjoyed this parade, and for those people who are out here, they have a lot more to go because this parade is not about to come to an end. There is a post-party, and our Laren Livingston will have much more on that coming up on Local 10 News at 3, 4, 5, 6, at 11 o'clock tonight. We thank you for joining us. For Nicole Perez, I'm Calvin Hughes. Make it a wonderful day.
Goodbye, everyone.
We're talking 4 decades of tradition. The Martin Luther King Jr. Parade has all kinds of fans, thousands of people coming out.
We thank you for the hardship that you went through for us to be at this point.
What it really represents is this community connecting and reconnecting on a day like this.
Look at them go. We have some cheerleaders out there doing their thing.
The energy's high.
Yes.
People are excited. You hear the noise.
What does this mean to you, Boo?
A lot.
This is a view of the many folks who are in this parade.
Dr. King stood for justice.
We can come together as a people.
But he's all offended. He's all offended. Look at him.
It's really to live up to his expectations and the wishes that he had for everybody to be united and come as one.
Local 10 celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade, brought to you by the 2020 African American Achievers Awards on April 23rd, honoring those who drive change in our community.
My dental